Good early afternoon, everyone. It is Saturday, April 27th, about 12:45 p.m., and welcome into the early portion of today's video weather discussion, where we are going to have another update on the very active weather pattern that we are in. We saw some rainfall and some thunderstorms across the state yesterday and overnight last night. The good news is we did not end up seeing that isolated severe weather risk come to fruition anywhere across the state yesterday or last night, so that's some good news. But we did see the rain and thunderstorms that were expected yesterday and last night across the state as well, and we are going to continue to see the potential for additional rounds, multiple rounds of showers, thunderstorms, along with more severe weather potential coming up here for today into tonight, Sunday into Sunday night, and even into the day on Monday as well, as we continue to see two storm systems move through the region, and they are the culprit for this active weather. So pulling everything up here on the satellite across the country, we have a couple things going on. The first storm system is actually all the way up here getting ready to cross into Canada. That actually moved across the region yesterday and overnight last night. That's pretty much the track that first storm system took. And that storm system brought a significant tornado outbreak yesterday to Nebraska and Iowa. There were numerous tornadoes. Some of them were significant to potentially violent tornadoes that occurred yesterday. Adam was actually out chasing across Nebraska and Iowa yesterday, and he captured several wedge tornadoes yesterday with that tornado outbreak across that area. So if you want to see some of his pictures and videos, head over to his Facebook page. I believe it's titled Storm Chaser Adam Lucio, and you can see all of his video and pictures from that tornado outbreak across Iowa and Nebraska yesterday. But as I said, the first storm system is now lifting up north. There's actually a trailing cold front, loosely defined cold front that kind of turns into a warm front that now wraps down across the plain states. And then we also have our next area of low pressure, which is developing out here. And then we also have another trailing kind of cold front dry line that then extends down into the southern plains. So we have two storm systems moving through the region. And what we're going to see happen is we're already seeing quite a bit of shower and thunderstorm development occur out here across Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, up into Missouri and Iowa now. And all of this activity will eventually move off towards the northeast, up into and across the state of Illinois as we move through the day and into tonight. So let's take a little bit of a closer view here of the radar across the region. If you are across southern Illinois, you are seeing a couple of showers and thunderstorms this morning. That activity will move out of your neck of the woods over the next couple of hours. But as we move into the afternoon, we could see a renewed chance of maybe a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms across central and southern Illinois during the afternoon. So taking a closer look here of where these frontal boundaries are, as I mentioned, we do have sort of a low pressure here cutting up at the top of the screen, off the screen. There is a trailing frontal boundary that kind of runs just like this. Our next area of low pressure is down here, and then we have our cold front dry line kind of feature down here extending southward. And as you can see, we do have some thunderstorm development occurring here from Iowa now up into down into Kansas, I should say, in the vicinity of that cold front, warm front boundary. And then we have all this more significant activity going on down here. So what's going to happen is this activity across Iowa, Missouri, Kansas that is developing will eventually further develop and move into parts of northern and central Illinois later this afternoon into this evening. And then all of this more significant activity that's developing from Kansas down into Oklahoma, Texas will eventually move up into the state this evening and more so overnight tonight as well. And I could actually show you that visually here on one of our weather forecast models here as we go through the day today. So as you can see, it is showing that potential activity that is already developing here across that frontal boundary from Iowa down into Missouri, northern Missouri back into Kansas here. And as we go through the afternoon today, You're going to see how that activity really starts to get going, even more so out here in the vicinity of that frontal boundary, even up into southern Wisconsin, northwestern Illinois, back into Iowa, northern Missouri, as I mentioned. Also, the potential for maybe a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms to develop this afternoon across portions of central and southern Illinois, but the main focus is going to be up closer to that frontal boundary, up further to the north here. Now, as we head into late afternoon and evening, you're going to notice how that activity that does move, develop in the vicinity of that front does start to move into portions, northern and central portions of the state of Illinois here. As we continue into this evening and over to night tonight, you can see how that activity really starts to move into northern and central Illinois here. And then you'll also notice this activity that was way down across Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas also starts to move up and into portions of the state of Illinois and across the state as we head into tonight and even into Sunday morning as well. So could be looking at a severe weather threat with some of this activity, and also the threat for some heavy rainfall and maybe even some flooding potential as well. So with that said, let's take a look here first of all at our updated severe thunderstorm forecast. This is for today and into tonight. And as you can see, we continue to maintain a risk pretty much for the same areas that we've been watching for today over the past couple of days. All of northern Illinois, down into west central Illinois, all of you folks are outlooked for the risk for severe thunderstorms today. If you're in that blue shaded color, that level 1 severe thunderstorm risk from northeastern Illinois down to almost pretty much the St. Louis area here, that blue shaded color level 1 severe thunderstorm risk is essentially meaning you could see an isolated severe thunderstorm threat in those areas. Then as we head to the west here, pretty much from I-39, then cutting down into western Illinois. So all of northwestern and all of western Illinois in that green shaded color, that's where we are looking at a level 2 severe thunderstorm risk. And that means we're going to see the potential for slightly higher coverage of severe thunderstorms, more on the order of a widely scattered severe thunderstorm potential. Then pretty much from the tri-state border, out here, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri border, back up into southern Iowa and northwestern Missouri. You can see that yellow shaded color as you head to the west. That's where more of a scattered severe thunderstorm potential will be. So even higher coverage of severe weather as you head west of the state of Illinois. Now, in terms of threats, damaging winds and hail will be the biggest threat today with any of these severe thunderstorms that may occur. However, wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado threat either, especially out here across this corridor. Wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado threat, especially out there across that corridor either. Now, as we continue on here, we're also going to be watching potential as we head into Sunday. So carrying on here into Sunday morning, you could see some lingering showers and thunderstorms here across portions of the state into Sunday morning, with that activity from overnight tonight lingering into the morning hours on Sunday. Then, as we see some clearing and destabilization start to occur across portions of the region on Sunday, we're going to be looking for a new round of showers and thunderstorms and severe weather activity to develop ahead of the cold front that's going to continue to sweep in through the region from Iowa down into Missouri, maybe Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. We're going to see that next round of severe weather develop during the day on Sunday. And then that activity will move into the state of Illinois, probably in a weakening phase, however, here as we move in late Sunday afternoon into overnight Sunday night and Monday morning. You can see those showers and thunderstorms, maybe an isolated to widely scattered severe thunderstorm threat with some of that activity, even lingering in here across portions of the state as we move into your Monday morning time frame. So with that said, let's now take a look at the severe weather forecast for Sunday and Sunday night. And as you can see here, the entire state is outlooked for the chance of severe thunderstorms on Sunday and Sunday night. However, much of this risk, all of this blue color here across much of northern, down into much of central, southeastern Illinois, much of this blue area, that's a level 1 risk. That just means you could see isolated severe thunderstorm potential. So don't expect widespread severe weather across the state on Sunday. Most of this is for an isolated risk of severe weather on Sunday and Sunday night. The one area that will be a little bit different is down here across southwestern Illinois, including the St. Louis area. Slightly higher coverage and higher potential of severe weather will be possible down there across southwestern Illinois for Sunday and Sunday night. More on the order of a widely scattered severe thunderstorm potential down across those areas. And we could also see that severe weather potential continue into Monday. Not on this particular model here. This particular model actually does not go out far enough, but there could be even an isolated severe thunderstorm potential down across southern and southeastern Illinois for Monday during the day on Monday. So that's something we're going to be watching for as well. Now, not only are we watching the severe weather threat, but rainfall, heavy rainfall, is going to be a big focus here over the next several days. So on the screen right now are the rainfall totals that we saw from the first round yesterday into overnight last night. And you could see portions of the state did already pick up between a half an inch and an inch and a half of rain. Places like much of central Illinois, for example. Many of you folks already have seen a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain from what fell yesterday and overnight last night. So going forward, this is what we're still expecting. So this is the European model. This is the projections of rainfall from now all the way through Monday evening. And you could see we're expecting anywhere from another half an inch to as much as another 2 inches of rainfall here across the state. And it is possible this is a little bit underdone here. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a little bit underdone. And let's actually take a look here at one of the higher resolution models. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. So I think the European model is a little bit underdone because it is looking increasingly likely that we're going to see some training thunderstorm and rainfall activity, especially overnight tonight here across portions of northern and central Illinois. So I do think there is an increasing risk for some flood potential here overnight tonight across parts of, especially the heart of the state of Illinois here, given that many of you folks did receive between a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain yesterday into overnight last night, and we're still expecting another anywhere from 1 to 2, maybe 3, even locally 4 inches of rain being possible here across the heart of the state of Illinois. And most of that is actually going to fall overnight tonight, and then we'll get an additional round of some activity Sunday night into Monday morning as well. So like I said, concerns are increasing for the potential of maybe a flood risk here across the heart of the state of Illinois, especially since we are expecting some training rain and thunderstorm activity to occur across this area, especially overnight tonight. We're going to continue to monitor that potential for some flooding possibilities, and we will monitor the need for some sort of flood forecast to be issued across this corridor. That's definitely something we're going to be watching for now. So not only are we watching for rain, thunderstorm, maybe an increasing flood potential, also going to be watching for that severe weather risk the next couple of days across the state as well. So with that said here, let's get to some comments and questions here this afternoon. Kelly checking in from Central Illinois. I know you asked your question at the beginning of the video about 12 minutes ago, so hopefully we answered your question about the Central Illinois area. Hello, Deborah, checking in from Lost Dance over there in north central-ish Illinois. Barbara checking in from the West Chicago area. Both of you folks have a lot of rainfall, thunderstorm activity on the way, maybe even a severe weather threat. James checking in here, wondering if we're going to have anything like Nebraska did yesterday. No, not even close. Not even close. Jennifer checking in, wondering what a PDS tornado watch is. Actually, I believe they issued a PDS tornado watch down in Oklahoma and Texas for this afternoon. They're actually expecting quite a severe weather outbreak down there across the central and southern plains today. But a PDS watch Whether it's a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch, PDS means particularly dangerous situation. The Storm Prediction Center issues PDS watches when pretty much a particularly dangerous situation is expected, or pretty much when an outbreak of severe weather is expected. They could be either PDS severe thunderstorm or PDS tornado watches. In the case of today, I believe they just issued a PDS tornado watch for parts of Oklahoma and Texas, and that is, like I said, due to a very dangerous situation. They're expecting a likelihood of an outbreak of severe weather down there across the central and southern plains today. So that's what that essentially means. It's a little bit different than your normal tornado watch or severe thunderstorm watch. The PDS watches are usually only issued maybe a couple of times a year for the most significant of potential. All right, here, Lisa checking in, wondering when storms will be possible for Quincy. Anytime from mid-afternoon all the way through overnight tonight. I know that's a very large time frame, but that's just how it's going to be today. We're looking at a very large time frame for the thunderstorm potential across the state. Pretty much from early to mid-afternoon now, all the way through overnight tonight is when we'll be dealing with the chances of showers, thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and severe weather potential across the state of Illinois. Angie checking in from Pekin down there, central Illinois. Yep, you're going to get showers, thunderstorms, severe weather threat this afternoon into overnight tonight. Angela up in Freeport. The same goes for your area. Noreen checking in from DeKalb County. Barbara from Tazewell County, central Illinois. The same goes for all of you folks, pretty much from this afternoon through overnight tonight. Rain, thunderstorms, severe weather, heavy rainfall will be possible for all 4 of you folks. Barbara checking in from Delavan, Illinois. Let me actually look up to see where that is at, because I'm not fond of where that, looks like that is in Peoria County, or excuse me, just south of Peoria there. Yeah, you're pretty much the same answer as the other folks. Rain, thunderstorms, severe weather potential, heavy rainfall, maybe flooding potential this afternoon through overnight tonight as well. Jackie checking in from the Palos area, sort of the Chicago metro area. Yes, you're going to be getting in on some of this rain, thunderstorm, maybe an isolated severe weather threat this afternoon into overnight tonight as well. You're looking to get your daughter's birthday party in today, Jackie. Looks like you should have some dry hours. We're already experiencing some dry hours here as we head through the day today. So hopefully you can get that party in before those rain and storms move in later today, and especially overnight tonight. Annie checking in from the New Lenox area, wondering about how everything usually ends up south of the I-80 corridor. That is really not the case today. Pretty much all of northern and central Illinois will get in on some rain, thunderstorms, and some sort of severe weather threat depending on where you live. I see many other folks tuning in here. Michelle, Plainfield, Brian, Grundy County, Kathy down in Leland, Ronnie out in Quincy, Noreen in the Genoa area, Judy checking in from the Kankakee area, Beth out in Carroll County, Shane out in Macomb, Tina in Niles, Laura out in Rock Falls, Juan out in Countryside, Hoover in Yorkville. Yes, all of you folks, no matter where you live across northern and central Illinois, it doesn't matter if you're in the Quad Cities, if you're in the Chicago area, the Rockford area, if you're in, a smaller rural town in between, down by Peoria, Quincy, Champaign, Springfield, doesn't matter where you are in northern or central Illinois, all of you folks are outlooked for an isolated to widely scattered shot of severe thunderstorm activity this afternoon into tonight. Also, the increasing likelihood for some heavy rainfall as we head into this evening and overnight tonight as well. All right, let's see if we got any more particular comments or questions here. Noreen with the comment here, did I see the video of the train getting hit by the tornado yesterday? I believe that video was taken out in Nebraska near the Lincoln area. Yes, I did see that video. That was quite an interesting video. I've never seen first-hand account video like that of a train operator in his lead car engine train there getting hit by a tornado. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. Definitely an interesting video there. Jackie wondering if it's safe to travel from Darien to Downers Grove area in an hour. Yeah, we're going to have many dry hours this afternoon. The best chance if you're in the Chicago area for rain, thunderstorms, severe weather threat won't come until later this afternoon and through overnight tonight as well. Lisa wondering here if there is a better chance for a tornado threat today or tomorrow. I would say probably today. But once again, that chance for an isolated tornado threat will probably be, let me change the color so you can actually see that. The best chance of probably more so of an isolated tornado threat would be more so out here across the western end of the state for today. All right here, so let's just do a quick summary here overall. Once again, we are in a very active period of weather here. It kicked off yesterday. We saw some rain and thunderstorms across the state yesterday into overnight last night, and we are expecting several more rounds of rain, thunderstorm, and severe weather potential across the state with these first two storm systems moving through today, tomorrow, and into Monday. On the screen right now is our updated severe weather forecast for today and into tonight. And as you can see here, we do have much of northern and central Illinois outlooked for a severe weather threat. Once again, this is from this afternoon through overnight tonight. Then as we head into Sunday, the severe weather risk is going to be possible across the entire state of Illinois. However, I want to make it clear that across this blue area, it is going to be an isolated severe weather risk. So if you're across this blue area, even though it looks really ominous that the entire state of Illinois is outlooked for severe weather on Sunday and Sunday night, this is only going to be an isolated risk across the blue shaded area, the level 1 risk. The better chance for slightly higher coverage of severe weather potential will actually be down here across southwestern portions of the state for your Sunday. And then as we head into Monday, we have not issued our forecast for Monday yet, but Monday we could be looking at an isolated severe weather risk across southern and southeastern Illinois. And in addition to the severe weather threat, we've also been dealing with some heavy rainfall already. These are some of the rainfall totals we've seen across the state as of the rainfall from yesterday and last night. As much as a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain fell yesterday and overnight last night, and we are expecting additional rainfall here across the state. Especially, we're going to get some training of shower and thunderstorm activity overnight tonight across central Illinois. That could lead to some flooding concerns across the heart of the state of Illinois tonight. Maybe an additional 1, 2, 3 inches of rain expected tonight across the heart of the state of Illinois. And when all is said and done, widespread rainfall totals across the entirety of the state will range from between a half an inch to as much as 4 inches of rain, probably maybe even higher when all is said and done between what we picked up yesterday and what we're expecting all the way through Monday. So a lot going on here these next several days, and that might not be it. It is possible we might see another 1 or 2 storm systems towards the middle or later portion of this upcoming week that may bring a renewed chance for rain, thunderstorms, and severe weather as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we go forward in as well. Chloe checking in here, wondering if there's going to be any dangerous tornado potential. Really, the tornado threat, whether it be tomorrow or today, is going to be more isolated potential. For today, that better chance of an isolated tornado threat will be out here across western portions of the state in general. Sharon checking in from the Manteno area. Yes, you are in the risk for rain, thunderstorms, and severe weather potential both today, tonight, and into Sunday and Sunday night as well. So with that said, we'll go ahead and wrap up this discussion here for early this afternoon. We will monitor the situation regarding severe weather and flood potential for today and into tonight, and we'll bring you updates as needed. And then we also will be back on with a full forecast update tonight as well. That'll be up probably later tonight at some point. With that said, for now, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. So everyone enjoy your day. If you're across northern and central Illinois, keep an eye to the weather for that severe weather potential, and then also the potential for some heavy rain and flooding into tonight.